Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Pondering Nerds. I am Mickey and we have my fellow hosts. Introduce yourselves.
I am Alyssa Spector.
I'm Nate Rowe.
And I'm Lance John.
Sweet. Yeah, we are here to talk about chiptunes, the music genre. It's a very kind of interesting, nutty, uprooted musical form that came out of nerddom, I would say. I first heard about chiptunes like 5 years or so ago, and I was hanging out with a lot of folks who were music artists and also avid video gamers, and I was introduced to the world of chiptunes. My first chiptunes artist that I really dug, his name was Nullsleep. And at first I didn't get the genre, but I pretty much learned to respect it for the artists really kind of turning hardware on its head and using Game Boys and Nintendos the way that they weren't meant to be as musical instruments, and just, you know, kind of tweaking the hardware and creating programs on Game Boys and Nintendos and making music from them. So I really dug it, and I wanted to talk about it today. So yeah, what do you guys think of chiptunes? What do you guys know about chiptunes?
It's for hipsters.
Besides the fact that there's more than a share of hipsters in the scene, perhaps, maybe.
I mean, for those of us who don't know, for like people who might not know out there, like, break it down for us. What is chiptunes?
Okay.
You know, like,
no, that's totally fair, right? So okay, Alyssa, you wanted to say something?
Oh no, I was gonna add to it saying I love chiptunes music. I find it nostalgic. Basically, chiptunes music is like music like from old 8-bit video games or from the 16-bit era, you know.
Yeah, pretty much. If you're familiar with the genre of hardcore, like happy hardcore, it's like it's music that is super fast electronic music. Almost never any words. Like Alyssa said, 8-bit notes. I like to think of it as happy joy music because it's very, very fast. It's
happy Georgia. No, was that? No.
But it's like super fast. It's very much like happy hardcore, and I like hardcore, so
happy hardcore.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
This is all like
I know from my techno raver days. I remember that.
Oh,
right, pretty much, yeah.
So I'm the oddball here because I'm like, huh? I mean, I know about chiptunes, and because I grew up playing these games, and you know, when I hear it, it's like, oh, that sounds familiar. Yeah. But beyond that, I'm not like a fan of it, quite honestly. I remember reading an article about this guy. I think he's on Kickstarter, where he created an entire album of chiptunes, and the only way you can actually get this, you have to buy what was that Game Boy that came out Game Boy Micro?
Advance. I thought it was Advance. I remember that what you're talking about too.
Yeah, it was like he created this thing, and he made cartridges that's the way you get the music, and you can only play through the Game Boy, one of the smaller Game Boys that came out. Yeah. I was like, wow, this is just, I was like, dude,
extreme.
Like,
doesn't get any more like niche than that.
Yeah, that's why I said this with hipsters, because that was an ultra hipster moves. I was like, what the hell? Like, that's just insane.
Wasn't he charging some ridiculous price for it? Also, like, it was like like $100 an album or something. I mean, it was just ridiculous. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, gonna pay that much for, I mean, I guess if you're really, really into it, but that's just a lot of money for something that you're paying. I don't know. Yeah, I'm totally cool with it as far as, like, I don't know. I bet you I've heard chiptunes and didn't know that I was listening to chiptunes because I listen to a lot of dubstep, and specifically, I actually have been delving a lot into like old video game stuff that's been turned into like dubstep. So like those two genres could totally like be the same thing, and I just don't
Yeah, it's pretty much the same stuff. Yeah, it's like video game music, but stripped down to its bare essentials, I guess.
got you.
Yeah.
And then like, they just put other stuff with it, bass, and everything else. So that's cool. That's what's up. I mean, I can get behind that honestly, because I'm like I said, I'm totally cool with the dubstep scene and stuff like that. So that's cool. I say bring it back. Bring back all the old tunes. You know what I'm saying? The 8-bit digital stuff that's mixed in and stuff. You know what I mean?
Here.
Well, if you like hearing any like really good remix video game music, it's still in like their 8-bit or 16-bit format. There's this one guy named there's this DJ called S3RL, and he just does remixes of he has this one remix of like the Street Fighter theme and like Guile's theme. It's just amazing. And he did one of like the Sonic theme, like from the first Sonic the Hedgehog game.
Oh wow,
Nice.
That's so cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
One of my favorites is there's a DJ called Asphyxia, and I don't know if it's. I really haven't done much research into the DJ, so I don't know if it's a dude or a chick. But anyway, they do this. They do a whole bunch of remixes for Ocarina of Time, the Zelda game for N64, which is one of my favorite Zeldas of all time. And he like remixes all the songs and stuff from there that you play on the flute, and it's pretty awesome. They got a Lost Woods one and the Song of Storms, but all those are pretty awesome.
So cool.
I love the songs.
Yeah, I know, it's so awesome. I'll send you that link too. It's great.
Nice.
There's also a band called Anamanaguchi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but
I think that's it. Right? It sounds familiar.
Yeah, Anamanaguchi. They're a band from New York, and they actually used like a hacked old, the original NES from 1985.
Nice.
They used it in their music. They were actually, I think, featured on Jimmy Fallon. I know that they did the music for like the Scott Pilgrim, the video game, but yeah, their music's really cool.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
That's probably right.
If any of you guys are wondering, the guy I was talking about, his name is Dr. Popular. If you're looking him up on Kickstarter, he got funded, by the way. Yeah,
he got funded. Okay.
He got funded. He wanted. This was successfully funded February 12th. He got 352 backers. He got $11,000. He only wanted $6,000, but he got 11. And yeah, he's good to go. If you want some ultra, just really niche thing that is no longer being sold, go right ahead.
Yeah, but that's cool. It's entertainment. It's
the
scene is really. It's a very cool scene too. Like, it's just artists who are into other artists' work. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Lance, don't be a Debbie Downer, okay? Nobody likes Debbie Downers, okay?
Sorry, man.
Hey, man. I respect that.
To each is their own, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening to our little 2 cents of nerddom. I would love to see you guys on our Facebook page, commenting and maybe even suggesting topics that you'd like to have us cover.
Lance, come by, say hi.
Yeah, totally. We're on Tumblr. We're on Instagram. We are
no Instagram.
No Instagram yet, right?
No. Well, I don't know. Instagram is. I don't know if they're ready for us.
Yeah,
but maybe. But we're on Twitter. We're on Tumblr, YouTube, Pondering Nerd Show, and hopefully, not hopefully, soon we're gonna be in iTunes and any of those podcast aggregator programs you may have. So you can listen to us instead of watching us. But if you choose. And hopefully we give your ears joyful glee when you hear our beautiful voices.
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, admit it. You didn't know that much about chiptunes before you watched this, so it's cool.
No, I didn't.
I didn't either.
Just joking.
Yep.
Right.
But yeah, that's it that we have for today, and we will catch you on the flip side. Thanks so much.
All right.
All right, guys. Peace.
Peace.
Bye, guys. See ya.